PowerNation Under the Hood is brought to you by ARP.
Sometimes the story behind a build is just as elevated and important as the build itself. Mr. Johnson?
Hey, Joel.
Good to see you again, sir.
How are you today?
Man, every day is a good day at the office when you got something like this in here.
Any day working on a hot rod's always good.
Absolutely. She is definitely a piece of artwork.
You think you didn't expect a hot pink Roadster to be in here today?
Never know what you're going to run into at a place like this. So let's start from ground zero. Tell me about how this build came to fruition.
Well, this car belongs to Mackenzie Murphy. She's 20-year-old now. We've known the family since she was in diapers and growing up around her dad and mom and grandfather. She didn't have much choice but to be a hot rod girl, so.
And you know, I'm sure you feel the same way, but when I think of the term hot rod, 32 Ford is the first thing that comes to my mind. Do you feel like kind of the same thing for you?
32 Ford is the essential hot rod.
Yeah,
whether it's a Roadster, coupe, or sedan, it's the essential hot rod.
Yeah, first one I saw was John Milner's in American Graffiti, that yellow 32 5-window coupe, and man, I've been hooked ever since.
That car has inspired a lot of builds and a lot of people to get into hot rods through the years, for sure.
An entire revolution, in a sense, yeah. I noticed the windshield's kind of at an angle too. Can you walk me through how you guys went through that?
Yeah, I mean, so to get the look we did here, I mean, a lot of guys are using a curved windshield on the Roadster to lean it back, because doing that, you don't have to change the body style line. We wanted to keep more of a traditional look on this car with the flat windshield, so when it's been brought back around 20 degrees, then this curvature doesn't match the top of the cowl. So now we had to reshape the whole cowl detail line across here to make that work.
Yeah, that's what I've always noticed about, guys would use those old boat windshields that had the big spiker point in the middle, but you definitely went with a better, more custom.
Well, I mean, it's just a different look. I mean, we've used those before, the Duval windshields before, or the Rodwell curved glass. It's just something different because we didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Just a little bit different look.
Now, the color on this thing, this is not like anything you could pull off the shelf, right? This is an in-house special you guys created?
It is. I mean, and we tried to make it a little easier for us to be able to paint the car. I mean, her original pedal car that we were kind of modeling everything off of color-wise, it had a candy magenta, a hot pink candy on it, which would have took, 10, 11 coats of the pink color to get that out. Well, there's no way we could have painted this car, all the panels apart, chassis, suspension pieces, and everything, and got it to ever match. We'd have had a different color on every panel. So the guys in the paint shop, Greg and Scotty, worked on color chips for I can't tell you how long, trying to come up with a color that we could do. We knew we could have color match between panels. We knew we could repair, because we're going to damage it putting it together. They worked with it all to get this color to where we had a kind of a pearl pink base coat, and then only do 3 coats of the candy top coat to get the color we were after.
It's not loud in the sense of like a Mopar Panther pink.
No, all the black details really brought all that together and made it more hot rod look. I mean, we could have went with a polished wheel on this car and all the suspension pieces polished, but that would have been too bright with the pink color. I mean, it needed the black to tone that down.
Yeah, now is this Henry Ford steel, or did you get
No, this is actually a Brookville reproduction Roadster. Everything on here is new parts. There's not an original Henry part on this car.
And that's okay too, because Brookville makes some good stuff.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's a whole lot, and in my eyes, it's a whole lot better to start out with something that's new sheet metal. It's not rusty. It's not got 85 years worth of wear and tear on it where you got to restore it before you can start hot rodding it. But we do a lot of original Henry cars too. It's all what a customer wants. So
what made you guys decide to go with keeping it a soft top?
Well, I mean, to me, the top helps set the attitude of the car. Again, you get back away from this car 50 foot, the top makes it look fast. The windshield lean back makes it look fast. If you take the top off, it kind of loses some of its attitude.
Sure.
And second reason, they're driving this car, they're using it. So one time with no top or no side windows, I'm not tough enough to do that. I want something to get out of the rain if I've got to keep driving. With this section being moved back the 4 inches, it changed everything. So we worked with rod tops on the initial parts to do the top, and then we wound up modifying the bows and just changing the look of everything to make it flow and work with what we were doing on the car.
This is one of those cars, the more you look at it, the more you find like the back bumper accents. And
so a few things back here. We bobbed the rear frame rails and kicked those up, so you're just barely seeing a small portion of the frame rail here. We didn't want to do a roll pan under the back where you just had nothing showing here. We still wanted to keep a spreader bar, but now the spreader bar is bent to the same contour as the body, and everything's picked up where you've got a 1/8 inch gap in between that. We've got a pan underneath that's got the same body line details that this pan has in it, with louvers punched in it. Just, if you look under it, it's got some more detail. It's not just a open area or a flat pan.
Yeah, every detail on this car seems to have a purpose, down to the rear license plate that looks like it was built into the car also.
Well, that's actually an original Ohio plate that a friend of theirs took and hammered around to get the name of this car is a GMP special. So they wanted a tag that was GMP-32. So a friend of theirs actually shaped an original tag to have those numbers and details in it.
Yeah, and this interior definitely complements the rest of the car. What's that steering wheel and steering column out of?
The steering wheel is actually a production part that we do, and it's kind of styled after a late 30s Alfa Romero steering wheel that was like a leaf spring steering wheel. So we kind of duplicated that years ago and started offering those to everybody. So this was Mackenzie and her mom and dad, my wife, and Maria that does the upholstery in the shop. I mean, and one thing that detail that they brought to mind, the Murphys, was one of the new Bugattis, because if you look at the details, I mean, we've got diamonds, we've got small diamonds turning into larger diamonds turning into rolling pleat. So I mean, if you look at the seat, the bottom of the seat's traditional, it's rolling pleated. Top of the seat, you're transitioning into the diamonds. So that was a detail that they came up with, and Gary Regal put that on paper, and man, it worked. It really came together for adding a little bit of a modern touch to the interior for what's there. We've got classic instruments gauges. That's our dash panel, our steering wheel, shifter. I mean, pretty much everything else interior is all our parts and pieces.
All right, Alan, $1 million question. What's under the hood?
We've got a 400 small block Chevy by Keith and Jeff Dorton at Automotive Specialist Racing Engines.
And it don't get more traditional than a small block Chevy and an old Ford.
No, that's how you make a Ford good. Put a Chevy in it.
Oh yeah, I got the Ram's head manifolds and everything.
Eric stuff, he's got Offenhauser 3.2s on it, Offenhauser valve covers. So kind of going off that same theme with this car, he didn't like the looks of the Offenhauser valve cover as far as how well we could detail them, and they had a boss in the middle of them for a breather on top. So to fix that problem, we CAD modeled and CNC machined a set of Offenhauser valve covers. So we eliminated the breather on that. We extended the gasket area down so you cover, the valve cover covers the gasket up so you don't see the cork gasket around. I mean, it's just detail after detail on here for what their wants were. I mean, we're running auto trendy EFI throttle bodies with a Holley Terminator Max ECU controlling all that. Every fastener on the car is ARP, from whether it's in the engine, outside showing suspension stuff. I mean, we've used their product for 16, 18 years on every build. I mean, we're trying to give our customer the best of everything that we can do. So we're not going to put a hardware store bolt on something that we're putting together.
It really does make a difference when you've got every nut and bolt. It's a nice piece of hardware. It just elevates the entire build.
All this stuff is as modern as can be. We're running our Johnson's Radiator Works radiator in here for cooling. You know, again, it's the best products that we can put in a car for our customer. And you were asking about inspiration earlier. I mean, if you like to look at the plug wires on this car, I mean, where everything's wrapped with wax string, that's an old, old aircraft. I mean, when there weren't zip ties to tie all your wires together, they used beeswax string to loop the wires together in a system. So
yeah, and it still looks clean. Like, there's just so much more detail into it that a lot of guys wouldn't even think about, honestly.
Well, most of the time when we're building a driver car, we don't go to this extent, but for this build, that's what the customer wanted. Now this car is still getting driven. It's got a little over 1,000 miles on it now, and that'll start accumulating more after it's done all the show circuit last year. So
approximately horsepower range, what are we looking at on this thing?
This one, we wanted to keep it a little bit mild for a teenage girl, so it was a little over 500.
Still, that's more than I had when I was a teenager. I had an old 69 Chevelle, had a 350 in it. It was a little cammed up, but I don't think, looking back now, teenage Joel done a lot of damage with 500 horsepower.
Well, we're running a Davis Technologies traction control on here that we can keep her tamed down. So,
keep her humble.
But still 500 horsepower in a 2,200 pound car, it's pretty sporty.
You guys do good work. I don't know if you've ever considered a career in car building, but I think it's something you should look into.
Well, we've been blessed to be able to do that for 32 years, and a lot of great customers and a great team behind me at the shop. I can't do this by myself. So without those guys and without the customers, I wouldn't be here talking to you.